Hello everyone, this is the homework video for Im2, homework number 23. Circle, central angle, sector area, and arc length. Let's begin. For the circle below, the slices are all equal parts. What is the measure of each central angle? Well, if we have 5 equal slices, what is this angle here? This angle is going to be 360 degrees. That's 360 is the whole revolution. One full revolution is 360 degrees divided by 5, and that is going to be 72 degrees. What about this? This angle measure here is going to be 360 degrees divided by 8. And if I divide 360 divided by 8, I get 45 degrees. And what about this angle? Okay, so I can visually do this, or I can do it algebraically. So 360 degrees divided by 12 slices, which is going to be 30 degrees. Or I can see that this is right angle and divide it into 3 parts. It's also going to be 30 degrees. Okay. All right, the shade angle CQB. So this is a notation. Do you understand what are we talking about? Angle CQB. So follow along. Angle CQB. So follow the letters C to Q to B. That means we're really talking about this angle measure here. Shading angle GQH. Where is my G, Q, and H? Okay, so it's the angle that is in between the two rays or two lines, two segments. Find the indicated angle measures in degrees. So we are told what is find the measure of this little m means what is the angle measure? How many degrees is that? So angle M and L. Where's M? M is right here. N, L. So this is the angle that we're interested in, and we're trying to find the angle measure. Well, do you see that this line is a straight line? That means I know that this is 180 degrees. So, and I already have 125 degree here, so this angle measure here is going to be 180 degrees. Take away 125, and that's going to be 55 degrees. What about this? We know that the full revolution is going to be 360 degrees. But we already have 80 degrees and 135 degrees, and we are asked to find angle CBD. Where is C? B, D. So we are being asked to find this angle right there. And to find that, we know that this is going to be 360 degrees. Take away 80 and take away 135 degrees, because that's what's going to be remaining. And that angle measure here is 80 plus 135 is 215. 215 take away from 360, that's going to be 100, 215, so 60 take away 15 is going to be 45 degrees. So it's 145 degrees. Okay, moving on. Simplify the following fraction. Your final answer should be a fraction with no common factors between the numerator and the denominator. Okay, so what can I divide top and bottom by? Whatever I do to the top, I need to do to the bottom when I'm simplifying. I can divide both top and bottom by 36. But say if you didn't see that, okay, what you could do is 36, maybe I can start dividing by 6. And that's going to become 6 and 60. Then you might be able to say, oh, I can divide this further by 6 and 6. And that leaves me with 1 over 10. Okay, when I see 0 and 0, both top and bottom, I know that I can divide both top and bottom by 10. just get the numbers smaller. Then you're going to be able to see the common factors more clearly. So 80 divided by 10 is 8. 360 divided by 10 is 36. They're both even numbers. That means I can at least divide both by 2. Okay, so then that becomes 4 over 18. They're still even numbers. That means I can divide them both by 2 again. And that leaves me with 2 over 9. Are there any common factors? You see, as the numbers get smaller, you can see if there are more common factors, and there are not. 45 over 180. When a number ends with 5 and a 0, at the very least, I know that the top and bottom have 5 as a common factor. 45 divided by 5 is 9. 180 divided by 5 is going to be 36. Okay, now that the numbers are smaller, 9 and 36, do you see another common factor? Yeah, I know that 9 times 4 is 36. So I'm going to divide both top and bottom by 9, and that leaves me with 1 over 4. What about in this case? 72 over 180 multiplied by 2. In this case, 2 is really same as 2 over 1. Means the most common mistake is students start multiplying 2 to the top and 2 to the bottom. That's not what it's asking you to do. Okay? So if you do that, you're really multiplying 2 over 2, which is 1. You're multiplying by 1, not by 2. So you can always convert a whole number into a fraction by putting it over as a 1. And remember, when you're multiplying fractions, you multiply top with top and bottom with bottom. And so this becomes 72 times 2 is 144. Divided by 180 times 1 is 180. Now let's start simplifying. Well, they're both even numbers, so I am going to divide by 2 just to get the number smaller. Hopefully then I'll be able to see that the common factors more clearly. 180 divided by 2 is 90. They're still even numbers. But before that, 72 and 90. I know that 72 is 9 times 8, so I know and 90 is also 9 times 10. So I can divide both top and bottom by 9. That leaves me with 8. And 90 divided by 9 is 10. I still know that they are even, so I can divide both top and bottom by 2. And that becomes 4 over 5. And that's the simplest fraction. Okay, so now for each circle below, what is the arc length and the area of the shaded sector? Leave your answer in terms of pi. We're told that measure of AOB. We're told that measure of AOB, this angle is 120 degrees. That's what we're given. We're given the radius as 5 centimeters. So we are looking for what is the arc length as well as the sector. Okay, let's sector area. So let's start with the arc length. So arc length AB is going to be, what is the full circumference? Full circumference is going to be 2 times pi times radius. Radius is, okay, let me just, 2 times pi times radius is 5 here. But we are dealing with just a section, right? We're just dealing with this section here. So this section there is going to be a portion of the full circle, and we're dealing with 120 degrees out of possible 360 degrees, or 1/3. Okay, so then this becomes 2 times 5 is 10 times 120 over 360 is 1/3. Or I can rewrite this as 10 over 3 pi units, because this is length. Okay, so this is the arc length. what about the area? When we're talking about sector area, we're talking about this portion. So sector area, so that's going to be, sector area is going to be always pi r squared is the area of the whole circle. So pi r squared, okay, actually let me multiply by 120 divided by 360 to show proper work. Multiply by, we're really talking about portion of the circle which is intercepted by 120 degrees, which is 122 degrees of 360 degrees total. And that's going to be pi times r is 5 squared times 1 over 3. So that's 25 divided by 3. Oops. Pi unit square. 25 over 3 pi unit square. What about this problem? Okay, so B. This time we're told that this is 10 meters. Oh, actually this is not unit square. We're given the unit as centimeters. So this is going to be centimeters squared. It's not centimeters. Okay, so this is also centimeters squared. Alright, so now let's do the arc length here. Arc length AB. Arc length AB is going to be a portion which is 70 degrees divided by 360 degrees times the whole circumference is 2 times pi times radius is 10. And that becomes 7 over 36. When I divide top and bottom by 10, multiply by 2 times 10 is 20. And then multiply that by pi. And now this is same as 20 is same as 20 over 1. And I can start simplifying. 20 and 36. I know that they are both divisible by 4. So that becomes 4 times 7 is 28. 36 divided by 4 is 9 pi. Now, is 28 and 9, is there a number that is divisible both top and bottom by? No, there are no common factors. So this is going to be remaining as 28 over 9 meters. Okay, so then let's do the arc length for sector area. Oops, sorry. Okay, so then let's do the sector area. Sector area is this area, this space, and that's going to be 70 degrees out of possible 360. That's the portion of the circle we're dealing with, times the area of the whole circle, which is pi times r, which is 10 squared. So again, I can divide both top and bottom by 10 and get rid of the zeros. And this is going to be 100, 7 times 100. Or when I see 7 times 100 divided by 36 pi. And when I see 136, is there a number that I can divide both top and bottom by? I can divide them by 4 and 4. And let's see what you get. And that leaves me with, so that's going to be 25 times 7. 25 times 7 is 175. And 36 divided by 4 is 9. Okay, is there a common factor that I can still divide this by? Okay, 175 and 9, they're both divisible by, is it divisible by, no, it's not divisible by 9, is it divisible by 3? No, it's not. So this is the simplest form. Okay, so it's going to be meters squared. And that's it. Thank you for listening.